description. Welcome back and thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. What's going on, Marty? Since pretty medium minus on the draw, opponent's playing Slagpot, so statistically redlings, but likely an aggressive deck at any rate. So this is pretty easy replace here. Seems fine. It's like not super exciting, but fine. Transmog into a deny. What's going on, Ace? Okay, so not redlings. Still probably a good mulligan. I'll lead on the Wakuna coin here. Probably play Primal Prism for our second Sapphire on 2. We have Transmog up, and then we can deny on 3, hopefully. Skipping Cultivator's kind of annoying. Eldurathan's Glory is great, though. So if they go Ruby Shard into the 4-1, I'm going to be a little annoyed, but I think I'm supposed to transmog this proactively here. The 4-1 gets killed by this eventually, which is nice. It's not Underworlds. The Jorgen's Workshop doesn't make anything here. Perfect. That's fantastic for us here. It means they really don't have anything we care about on the board, and we're going to get to ready with a deny up next turn. So yeah, play this out. Going into good draw too. We just want to hit our first 6 and 7 resource drops here. Primal Prism kind of biting us, so we're not going to be able to champ power on 7 this game, but 10 out of 10, I'm going to deny that. They still have up to 3 resources here, so I guess they could have a scary follow-up, but that's going to put a lot of pressure on the table. I guess there's merit to just letting that happen since I have the Glory on 5. It just, like, generates a couple of Dreadlings for a couple of turns. I kind of like being conservative with my life total. At this point, since we drew that, I'm going to play this out and hold the coin to cycle. Yeah, some kind of Mono Sapphire Slagpot deck. The real question is, do we play this on 5 just to kill this? Probably not. I'm just cycling this. Let's see what else we draw here. Silver Talon, Adjudicator. Good chance that never draws his cards. We'll see. Yeah, could have a second threshold and just like not have drawn it yet. Alright, them not having a resource to play there is pretty good for us. Okay, so we drew the Dark Heart, huh? Yeah, I guess I'm just playing the Dark Heart out since it is the Miracle cost. So Dark Heart socketed with a gem that says if we draw it, it has -2 cost for the turn that we drew it. So that lets me play this out and still have deny up when we get to their turn. We need a Transmogrifade here, perhaps? So next turn, the Silver Talon. Let's deny that one. 8/8 with Crush. It is, chat is Mono Sapphire so far, you're not wrong. So the Silver Talon Adjudicator is going to gain us life and draw us cards. So we're playing this pre-combat, because once we hit them with this Dark Heart, they're going to have less life than us. So want to make sure we get our 5 points of health out of there. Next turn we get to draw a couple more cards with this, we get to cycle this, so well on our way to taking control of this game. They do have a second threshold, so they are... That's actually not that good, because it's going to die to the Dark Heart. Prevents me from attacking for a turn, I guess. Oh, I should have cycled last turn. Punt. Could have played this Thunderfield Seer out if I had. Oh, shit. Although I guess this works out pretty well, right? I get to go Thunderfield Seer into Silver-Tailed Adjudicator, draw 2, into Champ Power, draw 2 here. Did someone say control deck that's playable, right? Not even just playable, but good. I might need to run upstairs and grab Jake some more snacks here real quick, though. God bless it. Alright, so we're going to pass the turn here. This game's pretty much over. I'm going to mute myself and run upstairs and grab some stacks for Jake, and then I'll be back. No point in attacking in here, because they'll just die, and they have to sacrifice this Gemini on their turn. Oh, I'll be right back. Alright. Play my Lanupaw site. Casual draw 3 that draws an extra card. Play this Diamond Shard that was prophesized from the Lanupaw site. This Thunderfield Seer that was prophesized from the Lanupaw site. Play the second Dark Card out. Oh, baby. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. Attack for 7. Elwins! With the 5-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. I was gonna just do magic stuff this week, and then I need to take a break and dawdle around a little bit. You a depth crawler. I have to sacrifice my bird. None of these draw cards. That's so sad. None of these draw cards. So they could jump here, but they don't actually have to sacrifice us the Dark Heart because Dark Heart says they sacrifice a non-socketed card. So it's up to them. Okay, choose to gain 4 here. This Dingle should hope between the Dingle and the Dread End, this game should be pretty locked up. Like, and the Dark Hearts too, just like so much going on for us. Runir. I'm gonna go ahead and Dingle this one because that's a socketed card that can get larger than my Dark Hearts. Yeah, Glory's real good. Gives you that kind of cleanup effect that the deck like this really wants to have access to. Gaining 4 life with their Dingler, because they're just going to have to sacrifice it to my Dark Card anyways, might as well. Sure. There might have been merit just like playing this glory here to avoid these two idiots, so that way I just like smack them down to 1. They have... Oh, that was a randomly... It was like they have MC in their deck. That's interesting. Oh, it's a randomly generated MC. Okay. Yep. So... Just go ahead and void all these nerds here. So this voids every troop with defense 3 or less, which is conveniently all of my opponent's troops. Let's play this Lanupaw site that draws 3 extra cards and then makes 3 other things draw more cards. For when your card draws need your card... When you need card draws on your cards that draw cards. If you're wondering how to make control playable, Watsy, just take notes. I'll try this, you know. No, I wanted to screenshot that Lanupaw site. Come back, opponent. I should have done it. I wanted to tweet a picture and be like, this is why control is playable. Alright, so I don't think Dread End is that good. Diamond's Favor seems like okay. It gets to kill, it kills Siege and Gemini, and they have Jorgen's Workshop in their deck. Silvertel and Adjudicator probably doesn't draw that many cards on average. Pride's Fall probably isn't too embarrassing. The extra glory is probably good for like cleaning up their random crappers. Trim that. Trim this against an aggressive deck. I don't know that Dingle's that good. Maybe Diamond's Favor's not good enough. I guess they have Dark Hearts to clean up their Jorgen's Workshops. That's probably true. Let's give this a try. I could see... We Dread End. I think... Okay, so actually, I'm just going to board in this extra Dark Heart over the Psychic Ascension. When you have Dark Hearts and Glories in your deck, you can trim the Ascension. And I think Dark Heart's enough to, like, check Siege Edges most of the time. Alright, pretty easy mulligan here for us. Just like no diamond thresholds. Oh, look at that. We weren't punished by an unkeepable 6 that didn't have resources, because Hex's opening hand algorithm is fantastic. How do you quickly select the sockets like that? You can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to arrow back and forth between your 4 copies of a card. I don't know about Totem Trap. That's fair. I don't know. Sometimes they have like random early troops. I can see this card being suspect. Steel Shard Sworn, yep. Yeah, right? Just like the number of unkeepable 7s and unkeepable 6s, and okay, I guess this is a 5 we're sticking on. So if my opponent has like Runir Hierophant here, we're probably going to be in a lot of trouble because they can go like Runir into hit this for three idiots. Okay, that's not the worst. And like here, this Totem Trap's going to be great, right? Like I get to go ahead and trap this guy that's going to make some other Dreadlings for my opponent. So, like, it's going to slow them down a little bit down the line. I mean, I'm playing a Chrome Mox in the Dead Guy deck, to be fair. So there's only one more in here, basically. Well, in the event that we live to sing Glory, Glory, Hallelujah, this hand's going to be great. But there's a good chance we just don't get that far. Maybe the Silver Talon Adjudicator can buffer us a little bit. They're going to get to go Dreadlings, 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 and then Champ Power. So that's 12... And then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're going to 7 here. And this is going to put us to 12. And then give us some blockers. So, like, maybe we got two shots at a non-slow resource here. Hopefully they don't have, like... If they have another follow-up, like a Siege into Gemini, we're almost certainly dead. God bless, no Siege Engine yet. Okay. You don't draw cards, Mr. Adjudicator, but you buffer our life total and you block some crappers that are going to attack next turn. So here's hoping for a non-slow shard so we can sing the glory song. Would love to show my opponent how glorious this hand is. Unleash for 10, right? Get him. Got him. Good. If they offer this trade, I'm taking it. If they attack with these as well, I'm blocking one of these. Yeah, so I'm not going to trade here when they're offering me some free eats. Just in case I missed my shard next turn, this will be better for us. That's a pipit. Okay, I mean, if we hit a shard here... That's not the shard we need. So if we hit a shard, we'd get to void all of these and have, like, Glory versus a Squirrel, and, like, we could probably win that fight, but missing the resource there means we are just dead. Yeah, I think I'm happy with how this played out. Maybe I don't want the Totem Traps on the play. Do you have anything else that's better, though? I don't actually think I do. I'm just gonna go ahead and submit. See, it might be risky. I don't know that I love Clash. I think I'd rather just like have some glories to the top end. You can Dread End because of Pipit. Maybe. This is a real man's man hand. It's no diamond, no fear. It's got 2 draw 3s in it. What's the worst that could happen? So maybe Dread End over 2 of the Totem Traps on the play. Drops great for us. Pass the turn here. Dingle their Warp Steel, Shard Sworn, untap, stick Lanupaw's Sight. We'll also dingle that one. Transmog's a great pickup here because it means we likely have an answer to whatever their follow-up play is to try and punish us for playing this here. So Lanupaw's Sight gives the next action, resource, and troop in our deck when you play this draw card. So it draws us 3 cards for 3 resources, but it's kind of a delayed draw 3. Sure, you've got a rune here. Hopefully we hit a non-slow resource this turn so we can Transmog plus have Deny up. Ding. No diamond might bite us here. Hopefully they give us something worth denying. We're snapping Deny on most reasonable things here, just so we could, like, play Lanupaw Sight next turn to hopefully propel us into some resources for these. Yeah, I think that counts as a reasonable target for this. They're gonna make 4 Dreadlings. Really just want to spend my resources this turn. I'm going to transmog this now, because in case it turns into a non-troop, I'd like them not to be able to attack with it and get an assault trigger. Well, that could have gone better for us. Alright, can we get running diamonds, please? That is exactly like a diamond shard. That is just what I wanted for Christmas. Alright, well, it looks like our greedy keep's gonna end up killing us here. What a beating. What a beating. Imagine a world where this is a dread end here, and we just need any resource. That's gonna be too little too late. If that was a dread end, I think Bob's right that we boarded wrong there. I'm supposed to have some dread ends in my deck. I need to go check. I think I might need to change a diaper. Be right back. Focus is full. Thunderfield kicker. Sorry about that. Occasionally being a parent is crappy in the most literal way possible. Opponent playing Diamond Ruby Ardent, looks like here. Dread's actually pretty good in this matchup. Focus. I would love a non-slow shard. I love the resource system in Hex to play my white source out here. My diamond source and still play the second focus. It's a little awkward that Dread End is what we... I think I'm just taking a resource at this point. I'm not attacking with this because they usually play Righteous Outlaw on their deck, often 4 of them, so leaving this back to block is huge upside. Ashwood Firebrand. Alright, interesting. Lanupaw Sight, 10 out of 10. Tapping out for that. What would I like to do? Draw all of the cards. Like Snap taking this trade. Yep. The old post-combat. Yep, that was a little awkward on the opponent's part. Oh, you know it feels good? When your Silver Talon Adjudicator draws cards against the aggro deck. Oh no, my Dark Heart. That's fine. This game's pretty over at this point. They missed a resource drop here. Sure. Whenever they play a Ardent Troop, they generate a Valor. Probably just want to Dread End here, actually, right? I think I do. I think I want to just, like, clean this board up. And, like, we can play this Dark Heart to clean up whatever they do afterwards. Because, like, this Intrepid Conjurer plus Valors is going to get out of hand pretty quickly. So, yeah, I'm just going to play this, get our Prophecy out of it, draw a card. This turns every troop in play into a 1/1 Dreadling. So I have to go and attack with this. Deal. I love when the aggressive deck, like, blocks my Dreadling that's attacking. It's like, dude, you probably want to trade your 1 hit point for 3 on me. Why not get 3 damage in first? Sure. Yeah, you're right. I should have attacked first. Technically, I saved a point of life now because they blocked. Which I'd rather be up, like, they shouldn't have blocked there, like, they definitely made the objectively wrong play by doing that, I think, but our misplay ended up working out for us. You are correct that, objectively speaking, I should have attacked first. An opponent's still missing resource drops here, so this Dark Card's going to get to just go ahead and eat this Llama Herder, which is fantastic for us. So I'm going to play this out, grab a diamond to draw a card. Play this Dark Heart here. If my opponent had removal up, I'd just hold this deny, but because they don't have any removal for Dark Hearts, they can play with just 1 resource, I'm just going to go ahead and jam this Arcane Focus. I'd love a copy of Transmogrifade at this point in my life, I think. Next turn we get to play Lanupaw Sight and Silver Talon Adjudicator. Alright, so what we're doing here, they've still got 7 cards in their hand for some reason. So let's do this. And then let's play the Silver Talon Adjudicator, draw 2 cards. And then I guess I'll start attacking. No reason to not hold the deny up here, right? Silver Talon Adjudicator is so good in this matchup because their cards generate like Valors and occasionally Winds. Like it often draws us cards even though they're an aggressive deck. That's annoying, I guess. Use my resources this turn. I guess it would have just traded with the silver. Yeah, that was a bad deny. That was almost certainly a bad deny. I just traded with the Adjudicator and then gone about continued not caring with my life because the Adjudicator was going to die anyways. That was just the loosest. They wouldn't have even have attacked. Yeah, so, mistakes were made, but thankfully this matchup is good enough that it's probably not going to matter. Oracle Song here. My Psychic Ascension is going to be online next turn. Just like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Just no plays. Alright, I wonder... So, like... This is like the point where like the game's not over, but like the game's not over yet, but the game is over. It's gonna take me a few more turns to like wrap things up here, but my opponent can't win anymore. Like maybe they're holding on to hope that like they could draw a thing and kill this Darkheart. We're gonna be winning this game for 10 more minutes. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man. Exalted Knight. You do you. Intrepid Conjurer, yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna transmog this in response here. Because this, when it gets Valored, it copies itself. Ooh! That actually gives them a hope because they can Polyberry Pouch my Darkheart now. Oh no, not 4 damage. However will I come back from such detriment? That pouch is valorous. Be careful. Oh no! Oh no! Cycle these Wakuna Coins. Oh look, a resource that draws a card. Ripple of the Django. Yeah, I'll just take my 5/6 MBD. Alright, so if I play this... Yeah, let's Ascend. So, Ascension changes our champion. And it says whenever we play an action, we generate a random troop. Oh, we'd love a Mind Call. Let's make this cost less and this cost less. Let's play this for free. Rawr. Whenever we play an action, we get a troop. And this guy makes action, so he's self-enabling, which is sweet. We have this Deny in the event that they have, like, a Lasgard's Vengeance that they think they might be able to steal this game with. Pulverizer, do I care? I feel like I might care about that one. So let's Dingle it. This will turn it into an 0-1. Oh, look, we drew a Totem Trap. Deal. Oh look, my Totem Trap also draws a card because Thunderfield Seer. Oh, and it makes a troop because of my champion power. Make a random action. Mirror, mirror. Summon a copy of 2 target cards. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Glory, glory, hallelujah. What does this card do? Next troop of your deck gets Spell Shield. Does that Spell Shield? It does! Look at that. Value. Need more chips? Can I have your ball? Do you want these? Alright, what are we doing in this matchup? Once upon a time, we had a boarding guide written up for this. I think I want... I don't know if I want all of these. Definitely want the Pride's Falls. I want the Totem Trap, I think. I don't think I need Psychic Ascension. I don't think we need all these Lanupaw sites. Maybe trim one Adjudicator. This might be too much top end. I think I like this plan. Oh, you know what? I don't want to cut the PA in this matchup because occasionally they can grind us like all the way out. Some of these decks board into a ton of removal post board. Maybe I don't want all the Totem Traps. I think that's what I want to do. Or I could cut a Seer. Hey, Dwight! I think this is good. Let's do this. Yeah, seems pretty good. We got a lot of resources. We could cycle the second Wakuna Coin. We got a Transmog for some early interaction, then a Lanupaw site to gas back up. Burgle has to be a contender for my all-time favorite deck name. Alright, so we are 10 out of... Dark Heart! So he's only cheaper for exactly this turn. So unfortunately, he's not going to cost 3 next turn. Hey, Dax! So, this Llama Herder's going to walk into a trap here. Alright. Is my opponent going to miss their 3rd resource drop again? That would be pretty bad for them. Alright, they're missing, so I'm just going to transmog this so I can't get out of hand. And then I'm... That's great. God, our transmogs are good today. I'm going to play this Lanupaw site out. Not... Tilt Angel. Tilt Angel would have come into play there. That would have been, like, the most nutty Tilt Angel, right? Tilt Angel. Tilt Angel. Do, 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 do. So, because I have 2 more resources here already, I'm just going to go ahead and cycle this. God bless America, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, tilty dark hearts. It's fine. We're winning by a lot, right? It's just like, it doesn't matter that we're just like running medium minus on Dark Heart draws. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby! Ooh, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, I'm just playing Dark Heart out here. Let's see what we draw with this. Yeah, I'm just gonna lead on Dark Heart. This kills the Firebrand. Time to cut the Miracle Gem. Alright, there's a Decree of Banishing. Sweet. So, this Decree on here means that if they don't have a 1-drop here, this Dark Heart's gonna have to kill this Hero of Legend, which is sweet. Because if they Dark Heart kills this Decree of Banishing, get my other Dark Heart back, and then they're just like up a creek without a panel. And good budget. Actually, so, the cheapest competitive Hex deck is kind of a Delver Tempo deck style deck. I think I have a Hyperlink. Budget Hex. Yeah, that one works. And you can actually build it. You build it like super budget and climb up most of the ladder with it if you're playing reasonably for like 10 bucks. Need more chips? I've created a sun chip loving monster. Yep, another Decree. That's fine. Oh god, is this Silvertail Adjudicator? You're gonna draw cards next turn? That'd be great. Right, Dwight? Alright, so Silvertail Adjudicator here, control deck's best friend. If they have more life than us, we gain 5 life. If they have more cards in hand than us, we draw 2 cards. And both of those things are conveniently true at this moment. So, 3/2 flyer for 4, gain 5 life, draw 2 cards. NBD. No big deal. Just casual birdman here. I'm gonna grab this Seer, but I'm not gonna play it out because I would like to hold up a Dingle this turn. I'd love to Dingle that. God, these... Man, these... I mean, we're winning this game by a lot, so, like, we're not going to complain. But, like, actually just, like, 3 for 3 on Dark Hearts. I have 2 clashes. I didn't actually bring them in here, though. But here we are, actually gonna... I shouldn't complain, but I'm going to, okay? I'm gonna complain. I'm actually just gonna let this resolve, because if I Dingle this, that means they can sacrifice it, and Dark Heart makes them sacrifice non-socketed cards. So... they're actually going to have to sacrifice one of these Decree of Banishings next turn, which means I'm getting another Dark Heart back. So yeah, they're conceding because this game is over. Queue it back up. Opponent going to have a real bad time. When you take a look at their card, you're like, nah, you can have that. I don't want that to be a Dingle. Oh, lordy. Is this a mirror match? Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. If this is a mirror match, this hand is very reasonable. I'm going to assume this is a mirror, and I'm playing this Primal Prism for a charge on one here. All about clock equity, right? We're already up 20 seconds here. It's fine, Ace. The plan is take them to 3 and time them out. That's sweet auto pass value. Okay, so not strictly a Dirtle Mirror. Not strictly a Dirtle Mirror. Looks like they're playing Ruby Sapphire control. Yeah, good thing the diaper's out of the way, right? Man, that diaper was bad. It was not pretty. I don't know if this is good or bad for us. We're gonna find out. What? What is even going on right now? Holy crap, they just kicked us in the dick. Miss your resource, please. Miss your resource, please. Well, we're dead. We're dead. So this card takes my action and puts it in their hand. So they just got to cast them a draw 3. I was like, man, this hand's really good in a control mirror, because, like, it's got a draw 3 on 3. We are so dead right now. Main deck riposte. Just like, man. Is the ladder all control decks right now? Because that's the only thing that makes sense, right? Good golly. Well, we're not running this Lanupaw site into a potential another main deck riposte, so we're going to wait a turn on this one when we can have Deny up, I guess. That's vomit-inducing. Good lord. Lanupaw site looks hot in red, though. Alright, so we got 4 draws in the bank here. We got four draws in the bank. Your move, opponent. My Thunderfield Seer has been scarred by the war. Sure. Dingle's actually pretty good against their Sunsoul Phoenixes, because when you bring Sunsoul Phoenix back from the crypt, it's still casting it on the chain. Hopefully we hit a resource here so we can use our champion power. Ding, fries are done. Bum 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 don 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 don. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Bum 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 bum. Yes, Glory seems good as well, I agree. Yeah, man. You just change course right off that cliff. The good news is our opponent is going to deck first. That's the good news. The other good news is their deck doesn't have a bunch of denies in it. Like, if they're anywhere close to my build, they just have a bunch of discombobulate. So, I'm actually going to hold my counters for their cards that actually kill us, because they don't actually have that many cards that can win the game. So, like, my denies are pretty much reserved for their Psychic Ascension, and my Dingles are going to hit their Phoenixes. We're almost out of Sun Chips, bud. I know, it's going to be a travesty here, but Dad only bought the one bag, because he's stupid. Your dad is, in fact, confirmed a big dumb stupid. Only bought one bag of Sun Chips. What an amateur. I'm gonna ruin this kid's life when he doesn't have Sun Chips next turn. Although my opponent also has main deck Riposte, so, like, all bets are off on exactly what they're doing. Sure. Are they drawing 2 cards while they have 9 cards in their hand? That seems so good for us. Oh, yeah. So the key to these control beers, like I mentioned, especially game 1, where, like, both of us have a lot of cards in our deck that aren't particularly good, is you want to save your pieces of interaction for, like, their few cards that actually could win the game. This Dingle draws 2 cards. Sign me up. Cremate my dome. Yep. How about a Dingler? Yep. Don't counter the Rev. Just counter the Aether. Like, exactly. Alright. How about another Dingle? Man, my opponent's playing a lot of Dinglers in their deck. Well, the card doesn't seem particularly good to me, but what do I know? Oh, look. An Adjudicator that draws cards. Oh, jeez, they dingled me back. They dingled my dongle. That's unfortunate. Again, not fighting over that. We pretty much just want to fight over Psychic Ascension at this point. Also not playing this dark card out because I want these denies up. I already played a resource this turn. So, Dingle doesn't actually revert the card. This had two prophecies on it. Psychic Ascension. Alright. Don't counter me, please. Yep, that's probably the game. If we don't hit our Ascension ASAP here, that's the game. So that might have been greedy on my part to play the Silver Talon Adjudicator out there, but, like, there's no guarantee their Ascension's in the top half of their deck either, so that's close. Dingle your dongle, right? So they're just going to generate a plethora of troops here. Like I said, that's basically the only card in their deck that matters. And they got it, and it resolved, so, you know, them's the beats sometimes. Yeah, like main deck verdict or Riposte, right? Like the opponent came to win them some control beers. Dingle. I'm gonna deny this because at this point we just need to find our Psychic Ascension. That's fine. I'm gonna make them actually put us to 0 in every single game because we are hopefully gonna time them out. They're behind on clock right now. We could also theoretically deck them. If, like, we find our Psychic Ascension or, like, these Dark Hearts stick and go to town, like, we could realistically deck them. Yeah, that's fine. I want them to draw a bunch of cards at this point. Yep. Oh, that's actually really good. Probably need to Transmogrifade that one. This puts eggs in our deck every time we play a spell, so... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Another deny. Okay. I think I'm just going like Dark Heart here. And like just hopefully gonna start plowing through all their crappers. One of these draws a card. And like, game 1 especially, like, there's a second Ascension on the board of these decks too, because like, even if I keep my opponent off their Ascension there, like, there's a good chance we just like, don't see an Ascension in the top half of our deck. Like, we're through 29 cards, like, my opponent happened to have their 1 Ascension in their first 30 cards. Two very good counters. Alright, we're gonna counter that. Try and keep my Dark Card alive and clear their board out. Correct, the Time Walk version is Immortal only. So they have to sacrifice 2 non-socketed cards here. Do 31 cards. You're right. 2 eggs in the deck. Good catch, Talon. Alright, now 23 cards. I don't have answers for these dark cards soon. They're going to be in a lot of trouble. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Balmy breezes blowing through ya. Alright, maybe I should have bled on that. And then I could... Yeah, I'm going to wait a turn here, I think. I'm going to wait a turn cycle on that. Let them get some more idiots into play here. This is some extra draws of Scrap Ravager, but again, like, I'm pretty sure we're just like on the hope they draw their whole deck plan. Let's make them sack 2 things. Yep. Oh look, they get rid of the one thing that was going to live through Glory. God bless. Alright, 8 cards in hand. Down to 20 cards in their deck. Yeah, I like the hex sound effects a lot. And I play them on stream, so like the random kids music doesn't overwhelm when like I'm not talking, but like it definitely helps. We drew our own Psychic Ascension here. We could realistically win this game. Start by attacking here. Generated a Trash Butte. Yep, that's fine. So if they don't have 2 counters in their hand, we're good to go. If they have 2 counters in their hand, we're going to be up a creek without a paddle here. They've got like so many counters in their main deck that like this is probably not going to work. Please, 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 please. Oh god. God, Ascension Mirrors are the greatest. The Ascension Mirrors are the greatest. We just like both get infinite crappers now. Oh no, my Dark Heart's dead. That's fine. Infinite crappers has been called. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Alright, I think with dueling Ascensions, we could probably deck them at this point. They're down to 17 cards. What a game. I love Control Mirrors. Sure. We're gonna transmog this Tube Seeker. A Scapegoat, rude. A Scapegoat's actually not particularly good in the Ascension Beer ranks. Like, I'm always gonna have blockers. I wouldn't have had enough resources, Bob. I needed the glory to reduce my denies cost in order for me to have enough resources to do all three. You'd want to just play more removal, Damp. The other cards are less powerful, but you probably want to just play more removal. Alright, let's draw some actions here. Ardent Phalanx. Oh yeah, baby. The Ardent Phalanx is here. Alright, I'll keep my blockers back. We only gotta hold the door for a few more turns here. Opponent's got 16 cards left in their deck. Their number up in the top left over here isn't relevant. It's the number in the top right that we care about there. That's 16. We gon' Crackling Blast this Rock Slider here. You can play like Ruby's Favor, Damp. Conceal. Oh man. Alright, well now we're Crackling Blasting the Scapegoat. Ooh! Murdered Saint. Don't mind if it does. If this doesn't die, we could be in real trouble here. Oh, God bless. Alright, well, you know. Prevent all damage. Oh, yeah. Don't mind if it does. My Ardent troops are not taking damage this turn. Joke's on you, opponent. My crappy random actions are marginally better than your crappy random actions. Your mythic conscript's a backup mythic, yo dog. Yo dog, I heard you like mythic rares. Oh, they're gonna bounce now because they gained a charge. I didn't think about that. That's still the right play, but it still makes me sad. My Midnight Gatherer gets to start doing its thing here. Draw any number of cards. Alright. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure we're on the deck that plan. This might let them overpower us. Depending on how many cards they draw here. They drew 5. Okay. Okay. We're going to need some winners here. We're going to need some winners ourselves. Hopefully, we could shade some Silver Talon Adjudicators here. We've only played one of those in the top half of our deck. That, on the list of hits that were good there, that was definitely towards the top. Windborne Ascension. I think I want to do this first. How far up on clock? We are currently 5 minutes up on clock, which is a very relevant part of this matchup. I mean, like, this game just has sweeter things than Magic does. I would love to shift Flight off of this. Alright, get on in there. And even if we manage to lose this game, we are ahead on the clock, and we will hopefully be able to force 3 games, so. Just gotta hold the door for 10 more turns here. Hold the door! Hold it! Okay. Okay. Oh, jeez. What? How dirty was that? Now we really need to draw a thing, so this changes back. Man, gross. Is that healed? They'll summon a Murdertron. Murdertron. Alright, where my Silver Talon Adjudicator at? Where my boy? My BOY, my Silver Talon Adjudicator. That is not a Silver Talon Adjudicator. Something that draws cards, please. Alright. Alright, that makes a 6-drop, and it makes Yancey not deal damage to us, so you know. Definitely could have been worse. Gonna get murderized, right? We only have to hold the door for 10 more turns here. Only have to hold the door for 10 more turns here. Oh, jeez. That draws 3 cards. Holy crap. They just took 3 turns off our clock. What are the odds they have a counter spell? Probably pretty high. There's so many counter spells in their deck. Oh, jeez. Just the random actions slaughtering us. They've got to have some counters here, right? Please, please resolve. Please resolve. Please resolve and give me a nut 6-drop. Alright, I got a 6/6. That could have been worse, I guess. If this resolves, we're in a good spot again. Oh, baby. Is my 6/6 gonna get to block here? Random 5. Deal. Block. This has to have dealt damage to me, right? Yeah, deal. Alrighty, we're doing it, fam. We only have to hold the door for 7 more turns here. 7 more turns. Silver Talon Adjudicator. Silver Talon. Alright, that's fine. That draws us more cards in the long run. Parallel realities, you say. Scrap Rummager. Alright, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm playing this out here and then attacking with it, right? Get my random 5. When a spider's at your player to your control, you may draw a card. Alright. I'm gonna attack with this, because when we attack, we get a copy of it. Oh, and it reverts itself. That's funny. So we have a 6/6 now. Alright. Gotta hold the door for 6 more turns here. This is the Momer phase of the game. Yep. Every time you play an action, you get a random troop, and your champions make random actions. If we could survive this turn, we've got 3 draws in the bank. Oh, jeez, this attack does not look terrible for us. It's literally just that. Deal. Holy crap. Are we going to do it? I feel like we're doing it, fam. Oh, jeez, Rummager is target champion. We are going to deck them out. I forgot Rummager was target champion. Good call. Hereafter. Okay, let's play this to draw a card. Well, that's unfortunate. I think I need to Rummager myself here to try and find a piece of action. That's really unfortunate. I guess I'm just passing here. Cause like, I've got 2 more delayed draws from this Lanupaw site, right? Like, how was I supposed to know we were gonna hit 3 shards in a row? Oh, attack with the 4/5. Yeah, you're right, because this makes a copy of itself. Derp. Sorry, there's so much going on in this game, and I'm like reading chat and stuff. Yep. Alright, so this is gonna make something into a Phoenix. I don't care. This is gonna give us a 1/1 flyer to block one of these with. Always jump before you have to. God bless. Alright, that's another good hit. I'm pretty sure we just have to target ourselves here, though. Ding! The fries are thoroughly done, because that puts that back into play. This gains us some life here. Oh, jeez. Alright, fam. I think we've made it. That's fine. You hit an empowered refute. Alright, we remember to do— oh, jeez! It's always a 6/6 originally! That's hot. That's hot. I didn't realize that was how that was gonna work. Woo! Ripple of the Django! Pick those guys back up. Totem Trap. Jeez, are we like actually gonna win this game by attacking? We might win this game by attacking them to death. We might win this game by actually not decking them. We're now up 8 minutes on the clock for those that care about that very relevant stat. Opponent has 13 minutes, I have 21. Ooh, that's pretty good. Got a conceal of our own here. I'm gonna conceal the Martyred Saint, I think. Oh, we won! We won! We beat the person that was just like super pre-boarded for the matchup. That feels really good. Verdict's in, extra Psychic Ascension in. Maybe Dread End's good enough. Loregoyle Curator is excellent. And now for game 2. Opponent's got to win 2 games in this time frame now, which is great for us. What a ride indeed. Like, that is... Hex... Ryan, I'm sure you guys know this, but you guys are really good at your jobs. I would like to thank you. Because this is just fantastic. Just truly fantastic. I don't know if I want Glory in this matchup. I think the rest of these are all fine to stay where they're at. Miracle Darkheart maybe doesn't need to be a miracle. I like the extra defense because they're going to keep Pyre Strike in. Oh, he plays Phoenix. Right. Maybe Darkheart's not particularly good then. Trim a couple of Thunderfield Seers. Let's do that. The major gem might be better or something else out here. Play in action, this gets 1/1, that's probably fine. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Let's give this a try. Oh, I shifted the wrong thing, didn't I? I got rid of the defense that I wanted to keep, and yeah, I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. Okay, yeah, so I messed up, but it's fine. We're gonna win anyways. That's fine. They have to win. They have to win 2 games in 12 minutes anyways. Let's just try not to get aggroed out. There's Arcane Focus. There's actually probably merit to playing the coin on one there. I'm gonna grab the resource here. We just want to like hit like our first 10 resource drops in this mirror. I'm just going to play this Wakuna Coin here, because if my opponent taps out next turn, I'm just going to go ahead and play the Lanupaw side. If they don't tap out, I'm going to play the Primal Prism for Sapphire. Perfect. Verdict of the Ancient Kings is great, because it means when we get to 5 resources, we're going to be able to play Lanupaw with Verdict up. Yeah, I think Robomancer is a really good card in the Sapphire Diamond Mirror match. We didn't play Robomancer in this configuration because bringing Robomancer in against Bride decks is a huge liability because they just, like, take Robomancer from you, and then Robomancer is really good against us, so you just, like, can't afford for that to happen ever. I would like you to know that you're the worst, Matt. Just the actual stone worst. Watch him have Riposte plus Verdict here. We're just gonna like cry ourselves silently to sleep. You could say our hand is glorious. God, I need to stop calling their shots. Here's my 5/5. I'm gonna start attacking now. That's the plan. We're not winning the card advantage race. Let's just play 5/5s. Deal. You know what I'm gonna do next time? I'm gonna play a 5/5 that kills your Phoenix, and then start attacking you. Man, this matchup might not go to time. We might just like run him out of here with these Eldurathan glories. Man, I bet our poker hand is marginally better than their poker hand. All right, dead in 2, opponent. Three pair is not a poker hand. What about 2 pair with Glory Kicker? So, like, if we get a non-slow shard and just, like, have double deny up, they're just, like, super dead, right? Yeah, like, they could have Trash Buttes or other Destroy artifacts in their board, and they just, like, don't have good ways to deal with these. Like, could they even afford to leave their Transmogrifades in? They did. Transmogrifading this isn't even that good. Oh, look at that. Still 5/5. Yep. Come on. Non-slow shard here. Oh, Sunsoul Phoenix, sure. Is this a Sunsoul Phoenix on defense? Or are these going to be on defense? Are these going to be on defense? Please put these on defense. Alright, that's fine. We're going to get rid of them still, but... Say hello to my little friend! Alright. Oh, God. I think I'm going to highlight that Psychic Ascension game. I have never been more right than keep Eldurathan in. Like, ever. You're not wrong, Burgle. It's going to slowly balance out all the things you've been wrong about. Alright, it's almost certainly Redlings. This hand's reasonable in the play. Dingle on 2 is pretty good. Hopefully we get to just curve Adjudicator into Darkheart here. So, Mike Fitz is actually someone that's local to me here in Bloomington. He travels and, like, helps us test for magic and stuff, too, so... Good guy. I was promised a turtle! There was a distinct lack of turtling. Oh, geez, if we draw a Sapphire next turn, just get to curve Dingle into deny, saying it'll be unbeatable. That's good for us. Totem Trap, also a good draw. So, really want to hit resources 4 and 5 on time here. Really want to hit resources 4 and 5. So 10 out of 10 dingling a Underworld Crusader here. Usually no plays till 3 beads. They kept a hand with Crusaders in it. That one. I would like to dingle that one. Alright, geez. If we draw a non-slow resource here, Servotail and Adjudicator gets to draw cards. That's a slow resource. That's fine, though. It means we get to hold the die up next turn, which is fine. Stop it. Uh-oh. Who's here, Jacob? I think Mom's home. You want to go see her? No. Yes. Just cutting the crap? No. Yeah, kids are great. They're so funny. What is my favorite hex card and why is it dark card at this very moment? I think this deck's very good. We didn't top 8 the CCS I didn't top 8 the CCS by mistake with this. Like, I top 8'd, and then Bob and Cheese top 16 T5 and 2'd with the deck. Matt went 2 and 2. He didn't feel like playing out after he got his second loss. Deck's very powerful. And again, the best part about this deck is that at this point, the game has ended, but we get to continue winning this game for like the next 5 minutes or so. I could hold up this deny here, or I could draw some cards. And like my hand's good enough that I think I want to just draw some cards. I love 1/1s that draw cards, then draw more cards later. Play this Wakuna Coin out, which draws a card because of Lanupaw's sight. What's the cost of building it? So the biggest cost in the deck is probably the one cost action Transmogrifade. The deck will be marginally worse without them, but you could definitely budget the Transmogrifades. Those are like 10 bucks a piece because they're a piece of rare removal. This card here is the most expensive card in the deck, and even with this card, the deck's probably around 100 bucks. So. But yeah, you could like easily cut summer all of these and save anywhere from 10 to 40 bucks off the deck. You just like play Pride's Falls and Diamond Favors and more Totem Traps. still playable without Transmog. The Transmog's very good, but it's definitely playable without it. Alright, so what's my... I have a Google Doc that we... I should have had this Google Doc open so I could just, like, not think about this. I don't actually know where it went now. Alright, so what do I want in this matchup? I want the Extra Glories, I want the Dark Heart, I want Miracle and Hope on all of these. I want this out. I want to shave a couple of these. I want the extra Totem Trap. I want the Pride's Falls. I can save a Silver Talon Adjudicator. As in depth as swimming, spinning the wheel and slamming the body, right? Do you believe in Oh, I don't want Dread End. I'll keep this. I think this is fine. I think this was about the game plan we were going with. It does take a skilled Hexer to windmill the turn 3 Miracle or card. This hand's pretty good. We might get caught in the draw if they've got like 1-drop and a 2-drop. Okay, yep, this game's gonna be much harder than the last one where they didn't do anything till 3. That being said, if they don't have a strong 2-drop, this Dingle's gonna be great because it's gonna tag their Crusader. So hopefully they just have like Wicked Web spawn, and we're trying to dodge Emperor's Lackey here. If they play a 4/4 this turn, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. But I don't think we mulligan this hand. It's got like interaction, Dark Heart here. It's just big bucks, no Lackey. Okay, deal. Yep, only 3 power on the table. 5 power, that's slightly less good for us. Okay. So we're going to use our life total as a bit of a resource here, because that's the only option we have. Take this hit. We're dingling any troop they play this turn. Don't have a resource. Okay, it kind of sucks that we don't get to use our resources this turn. But if they miss, that would be good for us. Hopefully we could rip a Glory here to clean this board up. This is definitely one of the matchups where Glory shines. So Transmogs are like 12 bucks. $10 out of 10 going to deny this. I'm just going to be resource efficient and play the deny here. That way, in case we draw like a Pride's Fall next turn, we could Dingle plus Fall possibly. Take 6 here, down to 13. Okay, so we get to stop their play this turn and then play Dark Heart next turn, killing one of their things they have out. So it's not the worst. We're going to 8 though. So kind of need a Silver Talon Adjudicator. If they have some Lasgard's Vengeances or removal for this Dark Heart, we're going to be in a bit of trouble here. They have double Lasgards, we're just dead. Yeah, unfortunately, we just can't wait. Like, we just need to be impacting the board here. We did not hit any of our removal we were hoping to hit. Any of our Thunderfield Seers. Thunderfield Seer is one of our better cards of this matchup. Holy crap, we're dead. Alright. Well, that makes us sacrifice the artifact. Game gets easier on the play, turns out. Yep, I'm just going to go ahead and submit. Everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for joining us here today, spending part of your Wednesday with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer. You've landed here at my Twitch channel, maybe my YouTube page in the future. If you're new and you're enjoying yourself, I'd encourage you to show a little support by using that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my work. This hand is excellent. We've got Thunderfield Seer, Transmog, Eldurathan Glories. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to help me produce more content like this, the best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. Both of those help support myself directly, so I'm able to spend more time producing content like this and less time working on other things. Okay, yep, would love to draw a couple more resources here. So for a true professional, we'll draw like Lanupaw's Sight next turn, or maybe a Dingler, or a Dingle, or a Deny. A lot of good draws here. I'm winning and not mulliganing. Yep. To be fair, we did do a lot of winning in Legacy, even with the mulliganing, all things considered. But like, yeah, you're like, it is so amazing when you sit here and think about how many fewer hands I'm mulliganing. Just like, I didn't realize how much the helping hands improved the experience playing Hex until, like, I went back and started playing a bunch of Magic on Magic Online and just, like, mulliganing constantly. Like, everyone mulligans 15% more in Magic, essentially, than they do in Hex. Which is just, like, it's insane. I just want to actually play games. I don't want everyone to just, like, yeah, it's just super frustrating. I'm going to transmog the Crusader in response here. They have the option to sacrifice it if they want. Which they might want to do, or they might want the body left over. So they're going to go ahead and sacrifice it there. That's fine. Either way, we're saving ourselves points of life. I'm going to go ahead and chump block with the Thunderfield Seer here. So like gain 4. Hopefully we draw whatever action we profited on to generate some velocity, have something to do next turn. Yeah, I think I'm taking the day off of Magic. I actually have to teach a class here this evening, and then tonight after class I have to help Maddie test Standard for this weekend. So our next action is going to draw 2 extra cards, which is nice. Hopefully we don't get riposted. I'm going to chump block with this, gain 4 again, because this means that this is just going to die to my glory next turn. What do I teach? I teach introductory mathematics at the local community college. Dealio. I guess that's actually kind of good for them, because it means that they could sacrifice this to the lackey, so the lackey doesn't die, and I really kind of wanted to get the lackey off the table. Ooh, they missed it. So remember, in Hex, one of the things that's different in Hex coming from Magic is you can't respond to triggers that don't target like this. So my opponent would have needed to sacrifice the Geist to the Lackey while this was still on the chain. Rust Bucket Distractor is pretty good here. It's going to take my 5/5 and make it not be able to block. So we're going to take hit for 4 here, but, like, you know, we have a 5/5 in play, and, like, we're only going to 19 from this hit, so play another troop out to this voids for me. Rats. I think I'm still playing this out just because, like, it takes the Rust Bucket off the table and it blocks this Underworld Crusader. And, like, next turn, hopefully I'm going to be able to use this Oracle Song. Okay. If we draw a card with the double draw on it, we might play that instead here. Dark Heart's like a D+ draw here. Yeah, we'd be in a lot of trouble if they sold the other lackey in play. I hope set 7 spoilers start soon, which we should be on target for them to start soon, right? Like, the last set released at the end of February, so March, April, May, June. So end of June we should get the next set, theoretically. We have a Gruesome Deed here. Possibly Lasgar's Vengeance. If I block here, I'm taking 9 down to 10, and then Lasgar's puts me to that. Yeah, that seems pretty bad for me. I think I'm going to block here. Take 6, and if they want a Lasgar's to finish this, that's fine. It does take a Lasgar's, right? Yep, don't double Lasgarby. Don't do it. Have a heart. Blood's favor. Okay, that's pretty good. They should have done that pre-combat, because then they would have been able to trigger Assault on a Lasgar's Vengeance if they drew off this Blood's favor. That's really good. I think I'm actually supposed to draw cards here, because if we get a Transmogrifade, it's really good. We're dead on board, but there's some good hits. Okay, like that, I guess. Let's just casually draw us 2 cards. Not in a great spot here. Transmog this one. There's definitely 2 Riposte in their deck right now. If they have both, we're just dead. Maybe I should have transmogged this on my turn, probably, right? Denying actual anything they play here. Just snapping it off. Including that, especially that. Alright, don't riposte me, don't riposte me. Oh, I guess if they riposte me, goes back to my hand, then I don't get to draw cards. I really want to draw some cards. Lasgar's kill me. Deny, Shard are excellent pickups here, so I think that should lock it for us. I guess this Underworld Crusader could draw a combination of cards that are bad for us, right? Because, like, we have to block and kill this. This was a close game, and we almost certainly would have lost if our opponent would have sacrificed their Graven Geist to this. Oh, it shows what this voided. That's cute. So, I have to block here, otherwise we're dead. Hopefully they don't draw, like, double coin here and kill us. Alright, able to capitalize on their small mistake here this batch. Use Mike. Let's queue up another one, and I think I'm going to call it an afternoon. Gotta get something to eat before I head to class. Cremate, right? Get got. This game is not playable as a paper card game. It leverages the digital design space with a few different cards. They're just, like, mechanics that aren't possible in paper. Things that would, like, require your opponent to... require you to, like, trust your opponent so it wouldn't work in a competitive setting. Here, shuffle another... Well, I mean, you can't even shuffle, because remember, cards in Hex don't shuffle. So it would be like, here, insert these randomly into your deck. Winter Moon, huh? Stand's probably pretty bad against Winter Moon. Stand's less bad. It's got a Lanupaw Sight Net. I'm gonna take my resources here. Usually in a control bear, you want to hit that. If he's playing the monk combo deck like Ali's been playing, this matchup's probably gonna be pretty bad for us. So, like, I'm excited to, like, go to the Magic Open this weekend and, like, shuffle up some cardboard for the first time in a while. But, like, in general, playing the card games on the computer is so much more infinitely convenient than, like, playing them in paper. It really is. 10 out of 10 just jamming the site here. If they have a verdict, they have a verdict. Could also be Locket. Okay, yeah, I hadn't seen the Locket deck. Either way, whatever configuration of Witchy Moon they're playing, it's probably bad for us, especially bad game 1, before we have extra counter magic in our deck. Instantly punished. Should have played this Thunderfield Seer that drew a card first, I guess, that we would have been able to play the Miracle Dark Heart. Should have thought about that. Small hedges. They are, in fact, playing... Oh, geez. And I got punished here, right? Oh, Shard. Please, Shard. God. So if we drew a Shard there, they'd have gotten punished for tapping out for the Locket here, because the Dark Heart would have just eaten it. So Locket of Reflection says, whenever you play a non-resource card, if there's exactly one card with the same name in your deck, you play it for free. So basically, their deck's almost all 2-ofs, most likely. Man, that card seems really loose in a Locket deck. Just like randomly mill over your second copy of things. So you get to play 2 change courses here. I think the promo Lanupaw site is bugged where it doesn't have the animation. They're a Starlight Pathfinder deck too. Interesting. Okay. Because they tapped out here, if we hit a non-slow Shard next turn, this Dark Heart can kill this Locket, which would be great for us. Come on. Ding. Fries are done. So long, Locket, my old friend. Do 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 do. I'll keep this one. Sure, they gone. Auto yield if you can't do anything. There's an F6 equivalent. I don't know. The only I just use auto pass it. Okay. I think I want to just make my resource drop here. Yeah, I'm gonna use the power. There's plenty of resources in our deck. Yeah, Psychic Ascension. Real close to casting that one. You don't... Well, not using the auto pass hotkeys is why. Like, I am constantly ahead on clock. Like, I am constantly ahead on clock against most of my opponents because I'm using the auto pass hotkeys and, like, tapping my progress. Alright, I get it. I'll play this one from my hand. I should have played the last one. Alright, 16 more turns. Cosmic Calling in Winter Moon is hot, because, like, you get to put the Mobilize card back into your deck. It seems sweet. Please play a troop so I can dingle it. Please play a troop. This dingle has 2 card draws on it. It's like rotting here in my hand. wonder how many interrupts are in their deck. Well, next turn, their Starlight Pathfinder is going to flip out, right? Because this Lanupaw sight. Yep. Don't dingle my dongle, bro. Don't transmog my guy in response. I really need to draw some cards here. I'm gonna transmog this in response. Oh, wait, no. No, that was... Oh, God. Oh, God, the horrible mistake I've made. Because this... Ah, I'm so dumb. And now we're not gonna get to dingle the... Oh, jeez, just the torrent of mistakes. Oh, so I wanted to take a card out of my hand so that way this would draw me cards, but the sweep away is putting a card back into my hand. So like we just stayed the same, and now I don't have the dingle up. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. You can't respond to your own cards in Hex. Oh, they have their own Psychic Ascension. Sure. Holy crap, where are my resources at? Man, do I gain a charge or do I work towards this copycat? I'm probably supposed to gain a charge. I don't have Dingle up because we hit a slow shard. Tilt. They might not have counter magic in their deck or ways to interrupt, so if this Psychic... God, this Psychic... God, just like all three of our Thunderfield Seers just like didn't do anything this game. What a tilt. Yeah, I think so. So, like, hopefully the Psychic Ascension is going to get to do its thing for us. No interrupts, man. That's good. That's good. That means we're not just out of this. That's fine. I have some cards. They might deck here, actually. We're going to spring our Totem Traps here. We're actually never going to get to cast this Dingle, are we? Because there are only other Starlight Pathfinders in the crypt. Oh, come on. We're gonna copycat this Tribunal Magistrate. It's a good hit. Oh, geez, a Burly Botanist? Seriously? Man, rough beats. It's like these were so miserable this game. Like we're down 3 cards this game actually. God, could you imagine how far ahead we would be right now if we just like had 3 extra cards in our hand? Just like if we'd have found a non-slow shard that turn he played the Starlight Pathfinder, just like so many things could have gone differently this game for us. This is my last match. My opponent's not anywhere close to dying. For the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and concede. I'll do that. I'm going to bring in the extra one of these. We're going to bring in the extra one of these. These Dingles are miserable as just shown. Totem Trap is miserable. Transmogrifade's pretty miserable. Loregoyle Curator's excellent. Dread End is not particularly good. I guess I could bring in Diamond's Favor. They have Academy of Cerulean. Clash could also be okay, I guess. I guess I'd prefer to have Clash, because I can void other things and which lets Darkheart eat his locket. Pretty sure I want the Miracle Gem on here. I think I want Flight for the Miner on these guys, so they can attack through Ascension boards. So a lot of bad luck that game, but that's why we get to play best 2 out of 3, right? I don't understand people that like games like Hearthstone and Eternal where like their ladders are best of 1. It's just like so tilting. Peace, Matt. I'll see you tonight. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that enjoy being tilted, so like it's probably fine for them. Life is best of 1. What a prompt response. I'm up 3 minutes on clock for my opponents. Like maybe there's merit to like making them play that out, so like they could possibly time out in a 3rd game, but yeah. Right, so probably gonna snap counter anything they play next turn. Hopefully they play Lanupaw's Sight. I think I'm gonna Verdict as opposed to Deny, so this Verdict draws a card for us. So next turn's the Locket turn, so I think I just want to wait. Is there merit to playing the Darkheart out now? Because they need double Transmog to beat the Darkheart here, since I have the Deny. Alright, yeah, I'm going to play the Darkheart out, because Deny protects it. I guess if I get Dingled, I'm going to be miserable. Okay, so now they can't just jam Locket, because the Darkheart will eat it, so that's nice. Sure, he's gone. The old 15 cost Psychic Ascension, yep. I think I'm obligated to just hold up interactive cards here. The Adjudicator could draw me some cards at this point and like try and hit me into the resource drops that I'm missing, but don't think that's worthwhile. Boarded out, chastised because Darkheart was a 4/6. Yep. Deck with my Seer here. So next turn I can play Adjudicator plus hold Verdict up, which feels good. So probably snapping Deny in almost anything they play here, so that way this Adjudicator can draw us cards next turn. Especially snapping Deny on that. They're gonna get to put these lockets back into their deck here, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Oh, they can't put them back in. They don't have a wild threshold. That's great. So Witchermood's ability puts 2 cards from their crypt back into their deck, but they need wild to activate that. So they're at 5 cards. We're going up to 5. Down to 4. Down to 3. Up to 5. Get to hold Verdict up here as well, which feels good. Rawr. Next turn we get to go resource and to draw 2 with Oracle Song. Yeah, man, change course. There might be merit to verdicting this just to like keep them off the wild for putting these back in, but they're gonna have more important things to verdict at some point. If they don't give us something to verdict this turn, we could just cycle the Wakuna Coin. 10 out of 10 verdicting this Lanupaw site. It's gonna generate them a lot of value long term, and it gets them their Pathfinder next turn. Just double Ascension. Alright, so the first one can get countered. Got it. Let's do this. Always Song before you focus, because what you take off the focus will be affected by the cards you take here. Seer. I missed the croc roar. Well, you're one of the only ones that does. I guess this gives them an opening to resolve their locket, but that's fine. I think I just want to play my cards out here. Do your worst, opponent. Can I do something about that? Alright, well, we're about to draw a lot of cards. 6 draws in the bank. Oh, one of my draws in the bank draws extra cards too. Dang it, Darkheart. Ascension, we've got Darkheart, a lot of good stuff going for us at this point. Opponent missing the resources is pretty bad for them in the control mirror. Yep, double Cosmic Calling, you do it. Still less tilting the drawing into Ulabog. Laptops are great. I saw you post the question of them asking about the mobile version. Hopefully that happens at some point too. Would love to play Hex on an Android tablet or my phone. The old sweep away here. We're sweeping away my Silvertail Adjudicator. Okay. And I'm just gonna go Darkheart into Clash here, I think. Especially since this Clash draws 2 cards. So, Darkheart, and then, or by that I mean this Clash draws 3 cards, apparently. To draw another one when it resolves. So I'm going to keep my Darkheart. They're going to keep their Locket. It doesn't matter what they keep because they're going to sacrifice it. Man, that's pretty unlucky. You're going to have to discard. I think I actually want to keep both Psychic Ascensions just in case one gets countered here. Oh, yeah, you're right. I get to keep an extra Thunderfield Seer if I clash first. Alright, I get to start champ powering. I'm just going to jam a Psychic Ascension next turn, I think. There might have even been better to jamming it this turn. Sometimes Transmogrifade is too good. I'm gonna cycle this in case we have our last verdict. We did not. Alright, that's unfortunate. So the second PA we need to be a little bit more conservative with, probably. They're also only at 1. Yeah, I think forcing the kill in the Dark Heart was probably the locket was probably wrong. So I could like stick the Psychic Ascension there because they're probably low enough that yep. Oh, please play another action. I just want them to not have verdict up here for my Ascension. I just want the all clear to jam it. It's a fantastic hit. I'm gonna play this Dark Heart first because it makes this deny cheaper. That way I can play all of these. Ding. Paragon of Righteousness. Yeah, if you look at my old... some of my old archives, there was a combo deck we had that used Holy Ascension as the win condition. So Paragon of Righteousness says, summon an angel, and it makes all of your cards invincible. Nope, the opponent just gained a bunch of life. We are going to Eldurathan's Glory and then crack them with this Dark Heart next turn. And actually, the Glory should mean that they're going to have to sacrifice the Locket, right? Which feels good. Start by hitting this, see what we get. Okay, I love that one. Mackerel Mitts. It's a good little card. Unpleasant, yep. This is only game 2, right? I'm pretty sure we have to win one more after this. So we're going to kill my opponent here. We're going to play this Mackerel Mitts just to trigger my Ascension. so that way I have something else to sacrifice to my Darkheart, and then we're going to play this Glory, which will void their board and let us attack for lethal. Alright, on to the third game here in our awkward control mirror. Yep. Just gonna go ahead and click submit. Hey, Ruffles, you're catching us right at the end here. I have to eat some lunch and get ready to go teach a class. It's actually the last class of the semester. I need to figure out why my tool says the deck name is Redlings right now, though, because that's definitely a bug in my tool. Seems like not super exciting, but it's fine. How much time are we up? We're up 6 minutes, but our opponent has 14 minutes, so... Remember, you'll be able to catch the full archive on my YouTube channel. Seer's a good hit, gives us something to do next turn. Actually, so... Do I want to play this, or do I want to just play the Verdict of the Ancient King so I can Verdict the Lanupaw's site? Alright, the fact that I hit that, I think, means that I want to just go one drop. And I'm going to focus before I Seer here, because I want this focus to find a resource. Yeah, because, like, if my Thunderfield Seer prophecies onto an action, and I see, like, action of this prophecy and resource, I, like, kind of want to take the prophecy, but I really need the resource. Right, Rogue? Yeah, I teach, freshman, sophomore, college level mathematics. Alright, so hopefully here, our opponent's going to draw a couple cards, and then, after playing this Lanupaw site out here, these Silver Talon Adjudicators are going to end up drawing us some cards next turn, hit a resource, hopefully. Rawr, get our beat down on. Yep, there's the Starlight Pathfinder. And a nice full grip here. Hopefully letting them have that sight doesn't bury us. Shard. Ding. I think I'd rather draw cards off of this than play the Darkheart this turn. Which might be wrong. I could see that being wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to go... Maybe we're supposed to go Seer Darkheart to kill this. But then they get to shuffle this back in and then it just comes back, so it seems loose. No, I don't teach the Outlet courses. Like, the stuff I do is, like, it's really just, like, introductory type stuff. Hopefully we hit a non-slow shard here so we can go Shard, Seer, Adjudicator, draw 2 cards. Perfect. Who doesn't love having your Divination attached to a 3/2 flyer? Take that, Cryptic Command. Take that, Cryptic Command. Sure, you've got another Starlight Pathfinder. Yeah, I didn't plan on a super long stream today, Ace, so I'm just, like, playing this for the entirety. Yeah, Glory would be great, right? And I have all the Glories in my deck just because, they attack. Like, that's why they're there. At some point, this Deny is going to be great. And why you should not go to GPs for the main event, right? You're not... I feel like you're joking, but I feel like that would be a useful lesson for a lot of people. Like, there's so many people that just, like, look at the raw dollar amount that you can get from Grand Prix versus Opens, and they're just like, well, I mean, why would I go to an Open? The Grand Prix is worth more money. It's like, well, no, it's like the amount of money to player ratio is what you really need to look at, like, objectively speaking. Alright, play this Dark Heart. Alright, play this Wakuna Coin. Think I want to just hold this Deny up here. As opposed to playing anything else out. That's smart. They're targeting the Dark Heart with both of those, so that way I can't deny just one, which I'm fine with that. I wonder if there's 2 PAs in their deck. This one draws a card when I play it out. Sign me up. Yep, that's fine. Put their Starlight Pathfinder back into the deck, probably. About how much would this deck cost? The deck that I'm playing, I don't really care about banishing, right? Yeah. The deck that we're playing probably costs somewhere in the 150 range. Shame we're still far off of that. Just gonna put out this Dark Heart that draws a card. Ooh, is that good? If so, why? Alright, I missed attacking for a point of damage. I'm aware I missed attacking for a point of damage, but I was excited, so... And now my Deny is free, so they can't Transmog my Dark Heart. Please try. Oh, they could have two. They could have a second Transmog in their deck. Oh, please kill this Locket. Please kill this Locket. Please kill this Locket. Oh, jeez. And they got greedy here, and they only Transmogged the Dark Heart once since I was tapped out. So now this Deny gets to resolve and save the Dark Heart, which is going to kill the Locket, just like finger pistols everywhere. God, this deck is so great. Man, I'm so unlucky I have to discard. And discard that. I guess we'll bin an Adjudicator at this point. Yes, I guess we'll bin an Adjudicator. God, Deny is so good. Yeah, sure, you got a Mad Robomancer. Play a Pathfinder out, please, so I can Ascend. Decree of Banishing, sure. Still lets me Ascend. I think they played a resource, right? So, like, my Ascension is happening. All I care about is this Ascension happening. It is a playable cancel. Like, it's not even Hex's first playable cancel. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and generate a draw 2 here, because once I Ascend, I won't have that champion power anymore. I think I'm just passing here. I don't really want to have to discard. This isn't blocking, so might as well attack. This is game 3. We're currently up 8 minutes on clock, but my opponent also has 9 minutes left. I should have made them finish the first game. Let's do action and flight, sure. This extra glory is going to be pretty good. I need to get an on-screen badge like I have on Magic Online. I can tie that into the API almost certainly. So next turn I get to Glory with Verdict up probably. Clear out the Starlight Pathfinder. Maybe I want to wait until they have more Robomancers. Well, I guess I could just pressure them with the Glory. And like the Glories... Yeah, now we're definitely glorying since they got rid of my only idiot here. So this Robomancer says every time they play an action, they create a copy of Robomancer and put it in their hand. This is going to void both of these. I'm going to start on Focus here, see what we get. Looking for resources. Perfect. Metal. Target troop gets 1/1 and Swift Strike. Sure. I'm just going to pass the turn here. I want to hold the Verdict up in case they have an Ascension of their own. I guess there might have been merit to playing the... Oh, I couldn't play the Dark card out there. I only had 4. So Dark card's going to hopefully eat this, which will then give us another one of those back. Yep, Cosmic Calling is fine. Don't really care about that. I think verdicting that is more important than verdicting a Psychic Ascension. That could be wrong, though. I guess I have Dark Heart. Yeah, maybe the fact that I have Dark Heart makes that counter wrong. Sweet. I love this one. Oh, this is basic. Whoops. I would have known that was basic. I would love to turn this into a 3/3. So every turn, this could turn one of my other troops into a 3/3. Deny is an excellent draw. Let's hit this. Cleansing Touch is great. Let's go ahead and play this Dark Heart out here. Let's go ahead and play Metal on here. Let's attack for 9. 10? Attack for 10. I'm going to pass the turn so I can have the Sanai up. Sweep away, targeting my Glory. Sure. Sure. I guess this lets them sacrifice the Broom Bot as opposed to the Decree of Banishing. This Deny is basically being reserved for their Psychic Ascension at this point. They can Winter Moon it back in, but you can only do that so many times before they run out of stuff. Yeah, that's fine. You get 2/2s to generate some random actions. I played Clash of Steel this game already? I did play one. Yep. Actually, I'm probably just gonna Glory, right? Because if I Glory, if I Glory, then they're only gonna have this left, and then yeah, that sounds good. So let's Glory, clear out all their blockers. So attack with both of these. I'm gonna deny that. And this is gonna give me a second Dark Heart back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this, and then I'm gonna pass here so I can just hold up this other Deny. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Definitely would have been better against the Glories. So I have to sacrifice this Decree of Banishing. Oh, I could have played the Oracle Song because I forgot that this Deny was gonna make this cheaper. That's funny. Oh, I forgot that this was gonna make the Deny cheaper when it came back in off of that. Robomancers, whatever. These guys fly on attack. I'm gonna play this Cleansing Touch just to play it out and get a 2-drop, I think, here. That's fine. He's gone. Oh, if I'd have countered that, would they have actually died? Yeah, I think they would have, actually. Oops. Alright, So we sacrifice this, so we sacrifice this. It's Valor, the Dark Heart. Focus. I would love a Glory. That puts them dead, right? I'm just hitting for 9-13. Nope, I'm one short. There we go. This game should be pretty over with double deny in hand. We only have 5 resources up here, but remember... Oh, Ascension to 0 make a copycat. Remember when we missed the damage with the Clash of Steel earlier? You're right, we did, Rogue, didn't we? That's funny. We've got double deny up here though. So like we did miss one, but we've got double deny. Because this deny makes an idiot, which makes this one cheaper. Okay. GG's Iron Fang. Alright, well that's gonna close out that really sweet set of matches for today. How far did we get on the constructed ladder? So we started at 31 and we're up to 20 now. Still pretty early in the season, so like there's a lot of fluidity and movement early in the season when people still are really close in ladder rankings. Any rate, thank you everyone for watching. We went 3-1 with the Sapphire Diamond control deck. Really enjoy playing this deck. I top 8'd the CCS with it. It's very powerful and definitely competitive. I'm gonna remember, if you missed any of these matches, I'm gonna upload the archive to my YouTube channel. It'll be posted probably about 45 minutes or so. It takes a little while to process. I'm off for today. If you play Magic and you're gonna be open in Louisville this weekend, feel free to come up and say hello. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be back with more Hex this week because I've got to do a lot of Magic prep. The team event has us preparing for 3 formats, so it's a lot of work. I'll be back next week with my normal Hex schedule, hero videos on Monday, Wednesday, stream 3 days, all that jazz. So, anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll be back later.